boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terry's Mill. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now I want to talk about why do you catch weird vibes when you're around certain individuals. Now, we always got to make a disclaimer. Sometimes you just label vibes weird. Like you might be around an individual, right? And since you're unfamiliar with this individual, right, you might just label what you feel from them as weird. But once you start to get to know this individual and things of that nature, or group of individuals, then you'll start to realize, oh, okay, it's not so bad, it's not as weird. Because you're starting to get used to their energy. So that's a disclaimer. But getting to the actuality of the video, we all come across those motherfuckers that we just feel weird around these motherfuckers. We can't pinpoint it. We don't know why. And this be also an internal esoteric excuse for us not to absorb all of our energy within these motherfuckers. Even when they try to make us pay attention to their life in some way, shape, or form, more of a percentage level than we need to. We kind of back out a little bit, be like, yeah, that's just an associate. That ain't really my friend like that. It be esoteric reasons why it's like that. And this is why I'm going to break this shit down. You don't think like that for no reason. Look, sometimes your spirit, and all the time, really, your spirit knows best. It knows better than your sons of God, your mentalities, your minds, your masculine and feminine thoughts and feelings. And it knows better than your daughters of men, your body, your flesh, your desires. So your spirit sometimes will put you into a situation like your spirit just cares about the space you're in. So the space that you're in, traveling in an esoteric realm, lets you know how you're moving, how your vortex is vibing, how your spiral is cycling. So you're going to start to create Adams and Eves that go in that direction of how your spirit is cycling. So a lot of times, here's the thing, right? Your spirit might do a situation and put you in a circumstance that you feel like things is not going in your favor. But your spirit knows best. See, that's the thing. And it might be something that you want as far as a desire, daughters of men. Or it might be something that you wanted to go your way, aka the way you was thinking and feeling, your sons of God. And sometimes your spirit create a scenario where it don't allow that to happen. And then for the most part, you be all upset. And then you will manifest more situations like that with your spirit. But if you just let go and understand your spirit knew best, you will end up putting yourself into a situation where you realize, oh, okay, I didn't need that I was attached to as far as my daughters of men, my flesh, or something that I wanted to go in my way, in my favor, aka my sons of God, my thoughts and my feelings. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind also. Now that we got all that disclaimer out the way, here's the thing. Let's say you around an individual, right? And these motherfuckers just make you feel toxic as hell and you can't pinpoint it. 9 times out of 10, this is your spirit esoterically telling you ain't got no business being around this individual. That's what your spirit trying to tell you. You ain't got no monkey ass reason to be around this motherfucking individual that you are around at the motherfucking moment. So you need to keep that in mind. And here's the thing, right? You're going to feel weird because 9 times out of 10, this individual is doing things on their own that your spirit already know it wouldn't even agree with. It wouldn't even want to be a part of. Even if it did know what that individual was doing, without picking up the aura, without being able to make out what that individual is actually doing behind closed doors for them to even have an aura around you, for you to even pick up the feel weird with your spirit senses, your pilot senses. Not your spidey, your pilot senses. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're around an individual that they're doing something that your spirit already wouldn't agree with, and you wouldn't even want to participate in with your sons of God, aka you don't even care to think or feel about those things or put those things into action with your sons, with your daughters of men. You don't desire to do those things either. And here's the thing, right? A lot of us get psyched up with our daughters of men desires and our sons of God's wanting things to go our way. And if a person is starting to play out those images, we get psyched up because we might feel weird around an individual, but based upon getting lost in one of those things, the flesh or the mentality, then we will try to make something work. And this will, and if this is a person that you feel weird always around, you're going to manifest a situation where you're going to discover something about this individual that you wish you never discovered. You wish you would have never knew about it. You wish you would have just left it alone when you had those first weird thoughts in the first place. When you was like, man, I should have listened to my first thought, my first feeling. You see what I'm saying? So it'll play out like that also. So you got to be very motherfucking careful and have some spiritual discernment because, you know, the daughters of men are our daughters of men, aka the daughter of our mentalities, aka daughter just means feminine energy. Feminine means receiving. And when we say daughter, that means a lesser light than a woman. So that means a mini version. So you have a mini version of a feminine energy than the moon, polar shift. You are a mini version of that. And this the feminine energy in totality beyond the moon. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, when you're in these certain states and things of that nature, you're starting to feel weird around individuals, right? It's because they're doing things that your spirit wouldn't necessarily move in. Your spirit wouldn't necessarily move in that goddamn direction. So keep that in mind also. And if you ain't got spiritual discernment, you wouldn't even be able to pick it up, because your daughters are men, aka your feminine body that can receive your mentality. And once you have a feeling and then you start to try to make an image out of that feeling, you put it into the left brain, or you try to logically think about that feeling. Now you put it into the left brain, and now you're starting to think, and now you want that feeling to be shaped and to look like something in your favor, and you want it to come in your favor, but you end up building resistance because you're not spiritually free, because you're not looking at these things from an outside point of view. You're thinking that your daughters are men, the daughters of your mentality, and your mentalities is your sons of God, and your sons is your lights of you being a god or a goddess. So you see how I go layers up? And you can get lost into these lower realms of realities within yourself and end up setting yourself up for a letdown based upon putting that on the backs of a person, place, or thing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be motherfucking careful out this motherfucking light. And that's why you feel weird energies around another motherfucker. Because that's your spirit letting you know you ain't got no business being around this person. And 9 times out of 10, here's another motherfucking thing, right? When your spirit is trying to let you know you don't need to be around them. 9 times out of 10, they probably doing something that not only not in your favor, but it's something against you too. It's something against the way you think and feel, aka it's something against your sons of God or sons of goddess, or it might be something against your desires, something that you don't want to happen to you. You will end up getting involved with them and end up being guilty by association, and you go to jail, get blamed for something that happened in somebody else's life or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be motherfucking careful too. A lot of times you feel weird because a person is smiling in front of you, act a certain way in front of you, but it's a reason why you feel weird, because behind closed doors they done talked a whole bunch of shit about you. Or it might be another situation where just what they do don't match your energy. So just you trying to get around them at in a more percentage level than you already do, make yourself be in a damaging situation, go through a catastrophic circumstance, go through a motherfucking cataclysm, go through a motherfucking issue, go through a problem, go through a bridge burning situation, and you don't necessarily need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you feel weird around motherfuckers, because 9 times out of 10, either they do, your spirit let you know this is something that you don't want to be involved in, or they're doing something that your spirit don't agree with anyway, or your spirit already picking up the senses that this person got a bunch of Adams and Eves that don't even fuck with you. So when you try to fulfill that space with them, you're just fulfilling it with a whole bunch of energies that you ain't gonna like, and you're gonna wonder why you still feel weird when you're around them. Flight Boss makes you know for sure.